If that's what it is, RuPaul be making sure these girls get what they need. Non-negotiable. Because if I was a black man and I got famous, I will make sure the people that are behind me are of color.
Rolling 3, 2, 1.
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of The Key. I'm Prince Derek Dog.
I'm Lex.
And we have a very special guest, Just Henry, and we're gonna be talking about cancel culture. Don't go anywhere. Alright, now it's time for a fun game called He's Canceled. Our producer's gonna give us names of celebrities and we're gonna decide whether or not they're canceled or not.
Okay.
Right, you ready to play?
Okay.
Let's go.
No.
Not canceled.
Not canceled.
Nah, you can't cancel Jesse.
I believe him.
Second that.
I don't believe him, but we can't cancel Jesse.
To go to the extent where you actually plan to get yourself beat up just to get recognized when you're in a hit TV show at this point, like that's a lot.
It could be, but listen, I mean, there's been so many other situations that have happened that have been created to draw attention to things, and if that was his way, it may have been misguided. Some stuff just didn't make sense. But okay. I'm not gonna say that. I'll take back. I won't say that I don't believe him. I'll just say that the story is highly unbelievable, and there aren't enough facts to corroborate the story the way that he told it. He do get attacked, and it is a real thing. Mm-hmm. You know, it gave a prime example of us coming to someone or saying this happened to me, and people automatically not believing us because it's us. So for that, I don't think he should be canceled. If he made it up, he's a revolutionary. If he didn't, he's a revolutionary.
But historically, do we ever believe cops in Chicago, of all places, called the Windy City for a reason?
Full of hot air.
Yeah.
So, I just think it was an unfortunate situation, but we can't cancel Jesse.
No, sorry.
Jesse is smart.
I love you. Go ahead, God.
Girl, Topic is canceled.
It's canceled.
I like my white man.
Topic is so canceled.
Let me move
Topic is dangerous. Topic is inherently a problem. Even though he's gonna get RuPaul legacy before Shangela will. Let's just call it what it is. Child, Topic is canceled. Very canceled. Like, I don't see it ever happening. I don't support it. I hate to see it. Girl, you can sit Black History Month out. We are good. Like, baby, please keep that. Keep your minstrel show. You can really just stop marketing black culture to white people. Like, girl, we are so good on you. Look, Song and Dance Max Connor, we are spent, sis.
I think that Todrick can be problematic. Okay. But I have to abstain for other reasons.
Plead the fifth.
I don't.
I have to abstain. What are we canceling him from, though? Like, canceled for what? Like, what was the reason? What was the reason? Is it because he's not paying his dancers, or is it because
if you want to be white man? If you want to be Miko to Pocahontas, please be the coon that you are.
Oh, because of how his relationship with...
I think how he navigates, how he just oversells black culture to a white audience without any context. You can't do that. Dripisha, really? Baps? You really think these white boys in middle America have seen Baps?
Yes.
No.
You don't think that they watch all the stuff that we make? That's why they love it. That's what makes it pop culture, is because they watch it.
And then Shablam alone.
Okay, well, for that reason, yeah.
Shablam, girl.
It's a dip. Bless his heart.
It's not a death drop, not a Shablam, it's a dip.
It's a dip. But I think he was the way that he portrays black culture is because that's how he received it. If you look at his background, he's not from the hood. He's not like, or not to say that the black experience is just hood stuff, but the stuff that he performs is based off of how he interprets what the other black experience is like. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like someone raised in the suburbs who is used to seeing black culture seen as fried chicken, watermelon eating, thug life, like broken English. And so for him, like, oh, this is the sensational part of my culture that I may not really relate to. But it's something that people like, it's consumable, it's funny, we laugh at it, but because he makes money off of a white audience, I don't think it's fair for him to cancel it, especially when white people make money off of caricatures of us all the time.
Yeah, but they say it's always someone in the house. Like it's in the house. Like come on, yo. Like.
Well, if that's the case, so we cancel Tyler Perry.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
I need a job. I can't do that. RuPaul's an older time.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm very when it comes to RuPaul because he has paved the way to expose us to so much. I feel like when he got bigger, he got whiter, which more or less made it so much of an appreciation that rode the line of like appropriation for your benefit, even though you're a black man, if that makes sense. That's why I wouldn't fully cancel him. However, I do see what you have become. Compared to like your first season of RuPaul's Drag Race, second, and to go on to where we are today, it's very white. And as Naomi Smalls said, to when you have to be what, white and blonde? So, that's just my take on it. Love him, but
The first two queens were black. The first two winners of RuPaul's Drag Race were
and
black.
RuPaul Drag Race, the first two queens during those seasons was very black.
It's an international show now.
Yeah, it's an international brand. I just think that he's canceled. I'm not here for it. He can go. Michelle Visage can do your job. We're good without you.
Jeez.
We don't need you here.
So, maybe...
By the way, thank you for Supermodel. Fabulous song. Fabulous. For everything else after that, you can keep.
I think the reason that he's even up for consideration for elimination or canceling is because of the fact that he has a very white staff and that he is shrouded in whiteness when it comes to his business. But I think that he's done a very effective job in giving people of color, especially drag performers, an opportunity to show what it is we do, why we do it. So I don't think that it's fair. I think that RuPaul has had a legendary career. It's an iconic figure in our community, and it doesn't matter who she has on her staff at this point. She could be by herself with 5 other white people. As long as you keep creating spaces for black creatives, Latino creatives, the boys who had to leave home and all they had was, random clothes or gifts and stuff like that to make something out of nothing, RuPaul would never be canceled for me.
I think RuPaul should be canceled. I'm going to explain exactly why they should be canceled. Now, beyond what I said previously, just me being petty and mean, I think the problem I have with RuPaul is that, like, I do agree that RuPaul's had a legendary career. I do agree that RuPaul is pioneering, but I do think for you to be a person of color in a field that goes out of its way to purposely discriminate against people of color, that I feel like the thing that always happens is like leave the door open for the next person. You can't do that behind colored people. When you leave the door open and give them a map to this is where you go. I think that she needs to be a little bit more hands-on with her queens of color to give them much more space to be great. Because like Bob the Drag Queen has said very clearly that how hard, like even like Instagram numbers, how none of them reach 6 digits. The only black queen, I think it may be Bob the Drag Queen, the only black queen that has over 100,000 followers.
But how is that RuPaul's fault? RuPaul is supposed to give them followers. RuPaul is supposed to hold their hand. First of all, these are grown men. Secondly, time out. Because this is the same conversation that comes out every season of RuPaul's Drag Race. Every season. This is almost 12
I'm one of the people
seasons.
where I firmly believe that they're not white. They would never get the same privilege like a Sharon Needles or a or Jinx Monsoon or whoever, or in Alaska. They have to work twice as hard to get half what them girls.
But that's us in any field. That's us in any field.
But if that's what it is, RuPaul should be making sure these girls get what they need. Non-negotiable. Because if I was a black man and I got famous, I will make sure the people that were behind me that of color got what they needed.
But how does she not get what they need? You're talking about followers. RuPaul she not only brings them onto her platform.
But like the gigs these girls
she makes them international superstars literally within
international superstars a black person.
International superstars within a stretch of 6 months. Because when this show comes out, some of the girls that are on there have only performed in New York, have only performed in California. They're being watched in almost 47 different countries, and they're able at the end of this show. All of these girls go on tour together. All of them. They do a world tour together that allows them to expand their audience base. Hold on, let me finish. It allows them to expand their audience base. RuPaul also allows them to have a blueprint and access to what it is that she does and how she keeps doing it. Every year RuPaul drops a new show and a new album. If you look at what these other girls are doing now, they're following behind RuPaul. She's giving them access and she's giving them a map so that they can do exactly what it is she's done. She can't just give them followers. mean, I'm giving you opportunity to get $100,000 to travel the world and to expand your brand exponentially.
But that money does not
How
go
much?
the
What
same
am I
way
supposed
when
to
you're
do?
a person
I
of
think
color.
what he's trying to say is, regardless of the fact,
Because they're black, they're supposed to get something else extra.
No,
No.
And as opposed to him being black, it's a certain way that you could have went about it where we would get just as much as equal compared to just walking in the room as a white drag queen and getting that off rip.
Right.
That's what I think he's saying. It's not like, oh, I want you to give me followers. I can go to a different country as a big performer, but I won't get the same respect because of the fact that I am black. But
how is RuPaul supposed to make you get that respect?
Also, I'll just add, I don't think that this is 100% RuPaul's fault because it's a lot of it has to do with the fan base.
True, I don't.
The fans live for the white. Unfortunately, the fans live
Right.
for the white. RuPaul can't control who the fans live for.
Right.
And that's not RuPaul's fault.
And a lot of fans, if you look at like some of
But
the
there- but
comments,
there's
a lot of the white
social-
fans don't even know the black queens apart,
But that-
unless there's
but
something
that's part of the
substantially
problem.
different about
that's
them.
That's part of the problem. Like, you are literally complicit in these girls' demise.
That's
to
a
some degree.
that's a creative problem. That is not RuPaul's
That is
problem.
not. That is a purely racial problem.
Elevate your drag. You know why you know
You
RuPaul's
can't-
face?
Whoa!
Wait.
You cannot say that's the same way.
Yes, I can.
We can look
From
around
a
and say that
performer.
how,
Yes, I
how
can.
Tara Sanchez got blackballed versus how Bianca Del Rio is allowed to thrive making rape jokes because of the color of her skin alone.
No.
No.
I feel like he got into these white spaces and showed and has advocated in different ways where others have not. I feel like he speaks upon different issues, not so much putting his platform at risk or like his legacy, but it's more or less just to advocate and to give us black, femme, masculine, androgynous, just a place where you can be yourself without feeling like you're judged. So I'm here for Billy. I don't know why he's on the list.
Yeah, I don't know how he popped up on this list.
It's the fact that he is so pro-black, but he married a white man. I feel like that's where people's like, oh my God, let's cancel. I'm just like, okay, you fell in love with a white man. All right, cool. Some may be here for the swirl. Some may not be here for the swirl.
No shade, no tea, but aren't all the famous black queers married to white men?
But I think that like Billy challenges things. I think that like you said, like the whole him having a white partner but being very pro-black. I think his actions show what he is doing as a pro-black, actor. I think Billy is everything. I think part of the problem is that people are aligning his presentation with their personal disdain for femme people.
Okay.
And femme presentation and linking it to disliking him. Like, I don't dislike people by their garments. Like, that's just weird.
Yeah, it's very easy to say,
Yeah.
oh, that outfit was trash, but I love this man and what he stands for.
Yeah, like,
Yes.
but I think you can have it both ways. Cause like,
Yeah.
but like, like when you're on Twitter, you can't say you dislike this outfit.
Because it comes with so much
It
more.
comes with like, oh, you hate femme people. No.
Like, no, that's not what I
No.
said. What I said was, you look a mess, but I love you. But we can never cancel him. He is a walking historian for our culture, and,
Now we're getting into the key, and one of our first questions is, what is cancel culture?
Cancel culture. That's a limited thing. That's where we decide collectively that a celebrity or a person of interest is done. We're paying them. We're not listening to them anymore. We're muting them. And thank you for coming. Thank you for playing. But it's game over. We've decided as a community that you are no longer welcome. So I think that's cancel culture now.
It sounds good. It's like a good idea, but it doesn't really ever really pan out. It's really hard to really cancel people. I think cancel culture exists on Twitter, but not in the real world.
Sure. I think it's a popularity contest at the most, like for the most part. It's like, okay, I'm popular. I'm gonna say this. We're all gonna ride this train. Not so much like everybody has a collective thought on like,
Right.
okay, can we really cancel this person? It's like you did something that we don't like, and I feel like now we can't be friends with you anymore. So I'm gonna go over here. You can stay over there. You're by yourself, kind of thing. But it's like, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
It's not.
Right.
Cancel
So,
culture
yeah.
sounds like something I remember in high school when you got ready to ostracize somebody.
Right,
And if it was
right.
considered a group thing, like, okay, well, we're not fucking with this
speaking of
person.
her.
I'm just saying, like, we're not messing with this person anymore. We've decided, and that's that. So we're going to ignore you. You can do whatever you want, yell and scream. We've decided that you're no longer going to be a part of this particular thing. and you can stay outside. Do whatever you want. We're not
Right.
gonna stop you from doing what you're doing, but we're not gonna pay you any more attention.
Right.
And so now that we have like social media, so like on Twitter, and it just being like a Twitter thing, you know, social media does have real life effects. And you know, especially for people who rely on social media as a marketing tool,
Right.
once you've been canceled by the general population, where it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to pay attention to you. If we block you, if we're not seeing your content, we're not giving you those views anymore, we're actually affecting your income.
Let's say Kanye West. Kanye West got canceled for a bunch of different reasons. We're not going to go down the list. But now I'm going to the church. I'm going to bring R&B to the church. Like an R. Kelly, I guess you want to say.
Not R. Kelly. I was thinking like Kirk Franklin did
Yes.
in the 90s.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna switch it up and like, oh my God, we love you. Let's go out and buy your shoes.
Sure.
Okay.
You
You did something that's black and remarkable for your taste or whatever you want to call it. So now you're uncanceled.
I don't know.
But we may not agree with everything that you do, but you're uncanceled.
History has shown us that the easiest way to get back to black people is through their Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So, I mean, him doing the whole Jesus King or using gospel music to get back into black hearts and woo us and think, oh, well, you know, we have to forgive him and for us to pull on our compassion. You know what I mean? Kind of like emotional manipulation.
Okay.
But it allowed the door to come back like, okay, we can't really cancel Kanye. Kanye lost his mom. Kanye, we got to be there for Kanye. But I'm not buying nothing he's selling. Nothing.
That's like kind of the problem I have with cancel culture sometimes is that it's really hard to cancel someone when you have multiple intersectional groups involved. So like, let's say someone similar to Kanye, Jennifer Lopez, but we'll use Kanye first. Kanye, amongst his fan base, his original fan base of who he was as Kanye West, the artist, the musician, whoever, have canceled him once he started making the Trump moves and stuff. So what Kanye did was rebrand himself as a Christian conservative. So that's a whole new base of people who are going to support him because he's a Christian conservative, which also puts in a black intersection of Trump supporters and black Christians in the same space, which is really weird. But then you have someone on the other hand who's like J-Lo, where the black community is pretty much tired of J-Lo. I'm not saying all. No,
I was like,
They're pretty much retired of J-Lo because of the Ashanti
Buzz
thing.
of Ashanti.
Because of the Ashanti thing.
Song from
But on the other
20
side of
years
it, the
ago.
Latino community lives for that woman. She's never going to die. So it's like someone like J-Lo is hard to cancel too because she has two fan bases that support her. What do you guys think has been the hugest cancellation in your experience that you've noticed?
I would say Monique.
Really?
I would say Monique. The fact that she voiced so much and she stood by it and she got ridiculed. I mean, dragged to the wit's end. And this woman's story has never once changed. I loved it. So when people started actually seeing that she wasn't just being this bitter person, or I wasn't doing anything to be malicious or saying something to rattle cages. I was saying this because it was the goddamn truth.
Right.
And you tried to shut me down. Oh, well, you did this to Oprah and you said this. You know what? She messed up and you mad because you're not even funny no more.
Right.
I have yet to go see Monique in a comedy show, stand up, or a movie, and she did not have me laughing.
Was not believing black women in general,
Oof.
or always aligning them to being sassy, or like always lying,
Bitter,
being
lies.
angry, being maligned all the time. I don't think that's necessarily true about black women. I think black women have a right to be angry. That's another side of it too.
The person that I would say would be the most infamous cancellation to date that I've experienced that actually mattered to me was Nicki Minaj.
She got canceled?
Nicki Minaj got canceled in 2017, 2018. It was a whole campaign against her when it came to how the industry was treating her. She got blackballed from radio. I don't know if you may not listen to Nicki Minaj.
Oh, okay.
But
Yes.
there was an industry-wide smear campaign against this woman because everyone started painting her to be bitter and jealous and devious, trying to like manipulate stuff behind the scenes. And when she came out and started speaking, when she started speaking out, and she got Queen Radio, she started speaking and telling her side of the story and like how how things were really happening behind the scenes. Even the stuff that happened with the Grammys. Like she started spilling the tea. Like, well, if this is what you're going to do, then let me tell you the whole story. And she started telling us what was happening and why it was happening. We didn't believe her. And now we have a video response from Nico.
Hola, buenos dias. It's Nico. So my name is Nico. My channel is Nico's Aesthetics on YouTube and Nico's Aesthetics on any other social media platform. Branding. But today I'm here to talk about cancel culture and who I believe is canceled within the gay community. I'd have to say it's probably, in my opinion, Milan Christopher. Sure, he's hot, but he's too problematic. He's very anti-femme gay, but at the same time has a ballroom history. And it's odd video, like it's him voguing in femme realness. So it's like, you're a big hypocrite, and he always comes out with these problematic anti-black, anti-gay statements. And it's like, at the end of the day, you're a black gay, like we all are. Yeah, that's my point.
I think the tweet that he was talking about was him saying that he doesn't hang out with these over-the-top gay guys who are extra feminine and or flamboyant.
No, Milan Christopher.
Oh.
No, I was talking about a different video.
He said, he's always, that's why he sticks to himself. He's not that type of gay. It's kind of like along the same lines of that guy that posted I'm gay, but I'm not gay.
Yeah.
So he gave his I'm not gay spiel on Twitter and Instagram, and the community reacted to be like, wait a minute, but you are gay, because not only do you have a history with ballroom, voguing, femme realness, you also have been caught online on tape, laying it low and busting it wide. What are you talking about? Like, the whole, you are the gay.
Everyone knows Milan is very pick-me. Everybody knows Milan is very much, I'm gonna give you shock value, and I know it's going to trigger all you guys to say something, scream me, which is gonna make you go to my videos, because now that I done did all this, now you're going to the video to find me voguing. You're going to look at my old photos to like the photo. Like, oh my God, he has a big dick, he has a fat ass, nice body. Oh my God, he may not be that bad. Then to go and try to find the video on my Vidster. So what he basically is doing is he's
gaslighting?
Yes, because you know that y'all gonna go to it.
So gaslight marketing.
Yeah, and it works, and it's working.
That's a whole. Well, I mean, if that's the case, that means he's come up with a new business plan.
It is also bad because I used to be a big fan of Milan Christopher years ago, but I just find it like Nico said, it's oxymoronic for you to shame femmes and you to shame femme-presenting people when you basically lived your way through ballroom culture. For you to say a statement like that and knowing the history of ballroom culture is very insensitive.
So do you think he was trying to distance himself from that?
I don't think he's trying to distance himself. I think he's just being a nigga from LA just talking out the side of his ass.
So is he canceled?
Benefits. He's been canceled in my book. You're a nice piece to look at, but beyond that, you are not stimulating to me.
I say this, Milan, with full apologies before I say this. I don't think Milan Christopher is relevant enough to be canceled.
And there you go.
Because my issue that I have in there is just what difference in the world is Milan making?
Well, let's go with that.
So it's I can't acknowledge, you can't cancel someone that doesn't matter in the first place.
Well, hope you guys enjoyed our conversation about cancel culture. We would love to hear from you. So make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube and give us some comments. Also, follow us on Instagram at Queer Millennial. Follow us on Twitter at QueerM. I'm Prince Derek Doll.
I'm Lex.
And I'm just X Henry.
And this has been The Key. We'll see you next time.
It's just the key. We have the key. We gon' have a key.